wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything.
Hey tankers, Banzi here. So while we sit here waiting for the game to start, I did get the line. I don't know how many of you got the line. I don't know how many of you honestly wanted to get the line, but I got the line. I had the resources to do it, and I thoroughly enjoyed the Leopard 1. Oh man, are we going to be in one of these games where we don't have sound? There we go. I thoroughly enjoy the Leopard 1, so I thought, what the hell? The Progettos are fun tanks too. So I thought, well, if I got the resources, give it a shot. And of course, I watched all the videos. Quickie Baby, Skill, Guido, everybody that I saw. I think those are the only three that, watched Boops, And they all said it's, going to be, some were like, OP, this is, this tank needs to be nerfed, it needs to be brought down. I'm not seeing that. This is just a game that I had in it. I mean, for me, it's a fairly decent game, but just kind of, I was still kind of getting a feel of the tank. Actually, it was like my third game, and so I was just getting that kind of feel for the tank. But is it OP? Is it going to change the game? I think that any tank in a good player's hands is going to it changes the game right there. EBR, the M60, the 140, the Type 62. I ran into a Type 62 the other day. Was being driven by a guy who was well into his 50+% win rate, and he just absolutely schooled me. And that tank's been around for years. I mean, and he just took me to class and said, "Here's how you play, boy." And and that happens, and I think that's where you get into it. I had a platoon with a Tonester the other day, and he was 3-marking an T54 Mod 1. So I was playing a Skoda T50, so tier 9, right? And he's on tier 8, and I think there was a tier 10 game. He came out number 1 in damage. Okay, so any tank in a good player's hand is going to it's going to change the way the battles happen. Now, does this tank have things that, say the other tanks don't? Yes. A 7-second reload between the second to the last and the last shell far beats the Leopard, but it doesn't have the armor of, say, the 430U, right? So it's still going to be a sniper tank like the Leopard. Can it hit hard? Yeah. I think if we look at there's a 435, right? And I'm supposed to get an average of 420. Okay? So there's a high roll. I got a high roll. But if you look at my stats over here, they haven't been necessarily high rolls, right? So I'm not seeing the high rolls, but that's RNG. But RNG has no, that changes from game to game, shot to shot, second to second, right? So, no, I don't think this tank's going to be OP. I'm not afraid to fight against them. They're a tank. I got a critical damage. Okay. They're a tank. So, I think if you run into a platoon of them, yeah, that's going to hurt. I'll be honest with you. But there was a platoon in this battle of Lions, and it didn't change the outcome. Right? No, they weren't a platoon, but there were 3 Lions in this game, and it didn't necessarily, do a huge rampage, right? But then again, we had 3 Lions on my side, so I guess I'm not going to say that it's going to change the way the game is played, to break the game. Now, the way that Wargaming went about it, I think, it just makes me feel scuzzy. I mean, I feel like it was used car salesman crap that I don't agree with. Jacking up the price. Why? Why did you have to jack up the price more than the 780? I think the way that you sell these things is, you're out to get the resources back anyway, right? You're out to eat to equalize your economy. Now, I don't know how many of you noticed, but you can't get credit boosters anymore. I have 7 left in my personal reserves. They're handing out the experience like fucking Pez candy, but you can't get the credit boosters anymore. All right. They're going to come out with what is that? Experimental equipment with the new economy of the remnants or whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, those are the things that I think are going to fundamentally change the game, and may do some breaking. But it's just there's so much to keep track of. You could use free experience, bonds, gold, credits, universal blueprints, country blueprints, to get this thing right. One thing I did that kind of irritated me is when it was happening. I already had it all worked out. I was going to use certain amount of free XP, certain amount of universe or country blueprints, and then a little bit of and just a few bonds. Everything that I could replace, get back in the game, right? So went into the garage to do it and fired it up, and I'm going in there and I put how much free XP in there. I put how many bonds I want in there, then I have an extra click for the universal for the country fragments. I wanted to spend all of them. I wanted to spend all the country fragments I had. 544. Okay. And I had an extra click. Okay, so did that. And then I had to do each country. Okay, not a problem. Well, then it would only let me do the countries that had enough to equal 1%. Right? I think it was like maybe 32 got 1%. So I didn't end up spending the 544 I had. So I had to go back and adjust, and do the throw a little bit of gold in there to make a difference. Or not gold, bonds. But it just that I don't like that felt kind of like a bait and switch to me. It was kind of like, well, why didn't you tell me I had to do this? Why didn't you be honest? These are shoot yourself in the foot type of mistakes that wargaming makes. But other than that, so I didn't get a numbered tank. Not that I would advertise the number anyway. But I will have some more videos on this because I do plan on playing it some more. Just been grinding credits with Mayhem and that at the lower tiers. So. But I don't get any more damage out of that. So, like I said, it was just an average game. It was like my third game in there, just a third class, fire for effect, Confederate. I made some bonds, made some credits. Damage wise, I expect this to be probably about the average, the lower end of the average damage that I get. I'll get up into these, the 4s, the 3s, and the 4s in a good game. But this isn't bad. I was impressed. I was just impressed in the way the tank handled it. I really didn't care how much damage I was going to get. I like the gun depression. I like the gun. I need to try some more playing with just a regular AP, as opposed to shooting pure APCR. But I trying to get used to the tank. I didn't want to get caught trying to figure out, oh shit, oh god, I've only got 1 shell left. I need to reload, and then be stuck out there thinking I had 7 seconds, and then I got 20, right? So I'm running pure gold loadout right now. But 11 shots were fired. Of those 7 hit, and of those 7 penetrate. So that's not terrible. Some assistance, but it's a medium. It's a support medium, right? Costly though, because seriously, I was running gold, right? But I made some experience. I guess all in all, as a quick, dirty, feedback on this tank, yeah, I like it. I don't think it's going to break the game. It's not Conqueror. It's not super. It's not Chieftain-esque. It's not 907. It's not 279E. For an average player, those are tanks that I don't want to run into, right? It's not going to make me go, oh my God, there's lions on their team. No, it's not. But like I said, I'm an average player. I think it plays well. It plays nice for me. I enjoy it. Will you enjoy it? Maybe not. I don't know. But that's your decision. And anyway, it's too late. You can't get any more anyway because I checked this morning. They're all sold out finally. Um, but I'm sure it'll be for sale in the garage somewhere. Remember, it's not a premium vehicle, so you're not getting the extra hoopla. And since I only have roughly 5 credit boosters in my account anyway, I'm hoarding those. I'm learning to shoot a lot more AP, standard rounds, but I'm hoarding those. And wargaming, come on, dole out the credit boosters. Credits are like they're really nothing in your economy. All right, you keep having sales like this, and you get people to spend tons of credits. Fine, but the average player isn't sitting on 45 million credits like I am. I don't think. You know, I sit on a ton of credits. I sit on a ton of XP. I hoard that crap until I don't need it anymore, right? So, anyway, that's my feedback, in my humble opinion, on the Lion. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you don't like the video, hit the don't like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Did you get the Lion? Do you like the Lion? And we'll go from there. This is Banzi Duck out.